everybody, and welcome back to the Adventures in Silvernell. I lost my paper already. Okay, the homebrewed fantasy world setting for our weekly game of Dungeons & Dragons 5e. I'm Scott Nicholson, your game master for the evening, and this is episode 5 of Dragontooth Academy. Alright, listen, this is a campaign of evil. Thus, rated R, for secret mimics, friend murder, and vicious plants. It's lunchtime in the furnace. Scarf down that rat kebab and get ready for part 2 of the first day of classes. This is Dragontooth Academy! Does that make us friends?
Yes. We said we were friends on day 1.
As she smiles, she's got very gnarly, pointy, jagged teeth. And it's this very endearing, creepy smile. Gain 1 positive relationship point with her.
I support you eating people.
I want to jump on her, like on top of her body, and snatch the piece of paper out of her hand.
Wiggles.
I eat it. I eat the piece of paper.
But I am always of service, and I help occasionally when I can. It's very nice to meet you, Penny. I'm sure we shall learn a lot from each other, shall we not?
Oh, absolutely.
Gain 1 positive experience point. Okay, so in the next hour, before this effect is over, you are going to have to aggressively use the bathroom 6 times.
Oh my god.
It's a long day, girl. That's gonna be like 4 episodes you have that shit.
Your goal is to neutralize Argyle before the Thoris attacks and stand back and observe as the Thoris devours the patrons of Griffin Shack. Happened as you flew up at him, ripped through your pants, so much so that it just sprays across the table. As Bognak looks, you see this note spray across the table. 115 AGW, Rebel Tavern Greyhawk, Culverlac. 117 AGW, Summit Sentry Meeting, or Sentry Room, excuse me. Laundria Vital. It breaks
Welcome to the Six Club.
It breaks the 4 fingers that's punching the wall, so your 4 fingers are broken.
How hard did I hit the wall, though?
I mean, you hit the wall, just not hard enough to go through it. You know, this is a prestigious room, huh? I'm gonna need you to clean this up. Gain 1 negative relationship point with Professor Sazmath.
No!
So basically, in short, what I was describing to you guys last week on episode 4, Bee shit everywhere because she was poisoned by Darkrunner, who she bit at the beginning because they were yelling at Bognak because Bognak is the laughing stock of the school because of his Venomrun performance that got him in. Meanwhile, Penny and Yumi became even closer friends and made poisons together. And then everybody went and killed Argyle as Bognak broke his hand. It is now lunchtime. You stand at the top of the stairs. And Bognak's 4 fingers are broken. And last time we were here, somebody paid 6,000 Rooter points on Twitch to make you all burp, and I missed it. So as you all stand at the top of the balcony overlooking everyone at lunch, you let out a huge belp in harmony almost, and everyone turns and looks up at you guys. Welcome back.
And Penny goes, "Oh, well, excuse me. I'm gonna go lay down. I need a nap." And she goes back to her room. She's gonna go take a short rest.
Yeah, I think I'm probably gonna do the same. I don't want to go back to the cafeteria after this morning. And I tell you, and then he looks down like a lot of things just covered in shit. And he's like, and I just don't really have much of an appetite right now. And so he's going to do a short rest as well.
That will ruin an appetite. Being covered in shit. B, how are you feeling?
I think B is kind of in need of a long rest too. B has been through a lot of traumatic shitting, a lot of blood through the past couple days, her hours, I guess. So, I think she's gonna kind of make her way back and take a little nap in her little hole that she made in the dorm.
Okay, and Yumi.
Is Yumi going to lunch?
I'm gonna go get food because I'm hungry.
She actually left. Okay, there you go.
He really needed a nap.
She just appears.
Sorry.
All
That
right,
was
perfect.
me going to my nap real fast. She's back. She's ready to go.
You method player. Okay, so everyone who's taking a short rest, are you rolling hit dice for more health?
Yes.
All right, go ahead and roll those now if you are, and let us know what you are going to end up at the end of it.
So I'm rolling a D8 plus 2, which
Okay.
is not just going to roll me both mine. Which is going to take me to max, which is 10 plus 4, 8, so 14, to take
Cool.
me back up from 9. All right, phone. So I'm back in.
All right, just Penny.
I'm
I
going to
I
as
just
well.
Would you say?
I just wanted my action surge back, so I'm good. I didn't have any hit points gone.
Cool. B, are you now? I just want to remind you, you are covered in your own feces from like your waist down.
Yeah, straight to the bed. Straight to the bed. No shower.
The hole behind the bed.
Yeah, no, y'all are not gonna peer pressure me into making B shower, and B is also not for it. So, B just goes straight back to her bed and lays her little head down, her little shit-covered head.
Fantastic, Bognak. As you go, B runs past you with these little poop puddle footstep marks on the floor. If someone was doing investigation for this bad guy, they'd find him right away. You go down and immediately hear behind you, Bognak.
Yes.
Hey, Will, how's it going?
Where have you been? I have been so hidden, but I have not seen you. Perhaps you could give me your class schedule so I could find you.
Is that allowed? I mean, yeah, you know what? Sure. I
No
don't mind.
way.
I don't mind you looking out for me, just as long as don't get the professors mad at me, right? But otherwise, yeah, sure.
Of course. Oh, Bognak. First of all,
Did you see
add
the little-
one more relationship point, so you're now at 2 for Will. And
Yay.
he is going to say that he's just been scared lately because he saw a ghost in the bathroom.
Oh no, you saw a ghost, bud?
The doors were shuddering, and I followed them to it, and I looked in, and no one was there.
Oh, you know what? That might have been B, actually. I think that might have been some residual shaking on the doors.
Well, I went
So-
inside the stall, and when I looked down, there was no one, but I swore I could see the rocks move on the wall.
Oh. You know what? I'm gonna take a quick nap. I'm not feeling too good. Also, do you know anybody that can help with this? As I just point to like my purple fingers. They're just so hurt right now.
Oh, what happened to your hand? He's gonna like reach for your hand and go through it.
Oh, don't worry, bud. Just I've got this splint like kind of tied up to that wooden stake I'd made before, tied to it. I'm like, it just needs some rest. So I'm gonna get a nap in. But what do you say later tonight? We check out that. I'll check out that ghost for you. That sound good?
Don't forget, in 3 days, the sullen Slitter will arrive. They plan to take me, Bognak.
I won't let that happen, bud. Don't worry. 3 days. We got it. We'll figure something out. We'll figure out a good place for you to hide.
As other people start coming into the dorm area to also get a nap, oh, he jumps into the wall. Meanwhile, yep,
No, I was just saying. Bye, bud. Okay.
little hand sticks out. Meanwhile, Yumi walks down. A lot of people have stopped looking, but still a lot of people are kind of whispering about Yumi as they go to their spot at the table. And bloop, 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 this like beautiful salmon smoking with herbs on it, and these like buttery potatoes that are seasoned in salt and pepper, and this tall glass of water with ice.
I love.
People are just starting
What
to...
am I hearing? Like, what's the vibe I'm getting right now? People whispering about me. Like, have I picked up on anything like
Ooh, roll a perception
exact?
check.
13.
Yeah, you hear some people talking about this group with Bognak. These, and the ones who are kind of eyeing you are talking about like this travel together group, and one of them is that Bognak kid, and doesn't seem too, happy. Also, people are talking about the Venomrun team names. Like the teams of Venomrun are like coming up with the names. One of them in the Valorgrim house is named Team Butterknife.
Oh.
Yeah.
Butterknife.
Yeah.
Who's on Butterknife?
I couldn't tell what the names they were saying.
Oh.
But yeah, that's it.
Okay, well, I'm gonna finish up eating, and at that point, I'm gonna do it a little bit quickly. I'm gonna make my way out of the cafeteria and kind of get in like an area where I can't be seen for a second, and I'm going to cast Disguise Self on myself and turn into Bognak.
Okay, so the way that the furnace is set up is there are pillars all around it, and then there's kind of like, it's not like a hallway because it's really just pillars that block the main part of the furnace to this walk area. It's really where the library overhangs. But they're big pillars that are really thick that you could get right behind and put on a disguise or cast Disguise Self. Yeah. Turn around, you look fully like Bognak. You spent a lot of time with him.
Yeah.
And we all wear the same
And
clothes.
then I'm going to re-enter the cafeteria.
Ooh, as things get a little tense, you hear some laughing. You go to your seat, and right in front of you. How tall are you?
How tall am I?
Yeah.
I guess Bognak's short. Isn't he a dwarf?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bognak's canonically 5x5. Like he is a
Oh,
5x5.
I'm a
Like a
literal
walking cube like thing. Not really, but
Yeah.
yeah, so this red-headed Kyoko Tabaxi with goggles stands right above you, kind of like the Flash appears in front of you. And he says, "Did you pick out a name yet, bud?"
A name for what?
Your
And as
team.
I'm like speaking, I'm gonna like use minor illusion to like fix the tone of my voice to like match Bognak's.
Ooh, okay. All right. Roll a performance check with that. I don't think it exactly duplicates. It's like your interpretation of it.
I give the help action from my bed.
17.
Yeah, great. Sounds just like Bognak. And so he's going to ask you your Venomrun team, like what your name is. He's like, do you not even remember that your team is Stenver and Taylor?
We haven't come up with a name yet.
Really? Because I heard Stenver and Taylor came up with a name. They're going around telling everyone it might be their permanent name. Everyone's wondering what you want to call it.
Well, you said might, which means they haven't said yes. There's a difference there.
Okay.
So clearly they're holding out in order to ask their other teammate. Don't come over here just showing blatant disrespect like that. Ain't nobody have time for it around here.
He's like, his hand just like goes over.
Why are you
He's
pointing
like,
off? I'm having a direct
Stenver,
conversation
what do you think
right
about
now.
this? And behind you is Stenver and Taylor. Taylor is just like pale, like the complexion of Squidward. He's completely bald. He's got sharp teeth, but he seems very shallow on emotions. And then, of course, you've seen Stenver Venlin with his pointy ears, tan skin, walking over. Bognak, we're thinking of maybe going with something really spicy, like Bognak won't last a day.
It's not what your mom said.
What the fuck did you say about my mom?
You heard what I said because you reacted to what I said.
All right, look here. Janet Venlin is one the best
Who's
mother.
What? Oh, I didn't catch
what-
your name.
What do you
My
think,
bad.
Taylor?
My bad.
Taylor's like, yeah, I think your mom and
Or your mom. Your mom.
jeez, dude, you're crueler than I thought. You know what?
Yeah.
We're gonna go write a name down, and you have no choice. Well, we'll see you at practice.
Sounds good. See you then.
He's just gonna hit Taylor.
Watch out.
What the hell was that? Taylor's like, yeah, told him. And they're gonna walk off, and Kyoko's just looking at them like they're idiots, and he looks at you. He's gonna walk away.
At this point, I'm going to stand up on the table.
Okay.
I know we all just witnessed what happened here. Don't make a mockery of yourself by coming for me. I'll come for everybody as well. Now that it's known, let it be. Gonna hop off the table.
Roll an intimidation check.
Okay. 16.
Okay. You're hopping off the table, and
Performance casters.
And then I just
Thank
walk out
God
the
for that
cafeteria.
16. Thank God for that 16 right now.
all right. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah, you walk out. So lunch is an hour and a half. What do you want to do for the rest of your time? As they rest.
Thank you for getting me street cred, Umi. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Is that what they're doing? It's stirring chaos.
Bigger target on my back. There's only
Yeah.
two.
I mean, someone had to do something. I ain't about to get a bad rep because you got a bad rep, okay?
Perfect.
But yeah, I guess at this point, I'll just go and chill and see what's going on at the bleed in the lounge area of my house.
Okay, so you go towards the corner where there is the stairs that go down into your house. As you go down the steps of house
Chronosteer.
You come to the bottom of the steps. There's the large painting of the people who used to be there before. And as you're walking around that curved hall that gets to the big wall that has the Chronosteer dragon on it, there is a couple of bodies. One's on the ground. Looks like blood all over the ground. Some male type lizard type person. And then a female who's like leaned against the wall, spitting up blood into her hands that doesn't even see you coming up. What do you want to do?
It's the bleed,
That's a
literally.
lot. Yeah, I feel like, damn. I guess I'm gonna go a little bit further and check it. Just like have a little peepsies.
You're already like 15 feet from them. It's like a
Oh, I'm
curved
already
hall.
15 feet from it.
Yeah,
It's
you
curved.
like walk
Okay.
up on it.
I'm just gonna turn around and act like I did not just see that.
Okay, cool.
I know what happened. Yeah.
All right,
Go
yeah.
finish her off. Go finish her off. Kill her.
Turns around and walks up the steps, and where else are you going?
Back to my room after that. I need a
You
minute.
can't, so that's on the way to your room.
Oh, it's on the way
How
to
you
my
get to your
room.
dorm is you go down your steps. There's a little hallway with a wall that only you have the password to go through the wall. Like they open it for you. That leads into the lounge, and then that portal takes you to your dorm. So as you turn around and go back to the steps, do you have second thoughts?
Yeah. I'll approach Lizard Girl.
Lizard girl
And analyze-
dead, or lizard man is
she's-
dead. Lizard, the girl she doesn't seem like a lizard.
Isn't she
seems
still,
like
like-
human?
Oh, but she's still alive, right?
Yeah, and if you're walking up close, she'll notice you, and you see she takes one of her hands full of blood on her chest and is trying to heal herself as this like light radiates from her heart.
Real quickly, I'm going to
You still like Bognak?
Shit, yeah, I'm gonna convert a sorcery point real quick to get a spell slot back and disguise myself as the principal.
Yo!
She sees you already.
Oh, she does.
Yeah,
okay.
she's looked up
Damn.
at you, and she's like trying to heal herself. She can't talk. Her mouth's full of blood.
Oh, I was gonna ask her what the hell happened. Yeah, what the hell's going on? I don't
Well, she
know who
sees
to
Bognak, I
contact in
guess.
this situation.
Yeah, like you look like Bognak currently.
she just
so-
sees
Oh yeah,
Bognak.
I didn't undisguise my. I am Bognak.
So why
I'm making routine
Yeah, they're
checks
like,
right
where
now,
are
and this
we?
is what I come across.
Okay. What did you say to her?
What the hell's going on here?
Fatal. It's fatal.
And they fall over dead.
The towel? Did she say the towel?
Can't wait to read this bleed headline.
Bognak, what does it mean? What does it
Killer
mean?
towel.
Towel.
Murderous towel on the loose.
Roll
Everyone.
roll an insight check,
Killer towels and massive shits
and
everywhere.
it's really insight for my diction.
19.
She said, "Fatal. It's fatal."
Oh, a towel. Okay.
He said the towel. I don't get it.
It's the towel, like the towel from South Park.
Towel, no.
I'm writing that down. There we go. Okay. And
What's
is
the
she like healing herself? She's like coming back.
She
right
was,
now,
and
right?
then boom, she falls over dead in her own blood.
She's a bad healer.
Okay, I'm gonna go to my room now.
Step over her body, over his body, get up to the wall, and the
I'm gonna
stones- Yep.
Or I'm gonna get through the doorway before I turn back to Yumi.
Okay, the stones start moving as Chronosteer brings his dragon body out and sees you and says, ask you the password.
Chronosteer.
Boom! He opens the door and lets you come in.
I was like,
That was a real life moment, y'all.
I know it was. I was like, does he remember this name?
I was gonna save him like 2 seconds. I was like, it was told yesterday. I'll help him.
It's like, I don't know.
Yeah, as you walk in, you will notice on the orb that's showing the bleed that there are plays from the Venomrun tryouts in the morning.
Dope. Is there anybody in my vicinity right now that can see me?
Of Chronosteer. Let me see. Yes, there is a human girl on the couch with like long white hair who's like doing something, just sitting near the fire. But she's facing away from you. Even if you go to your portal to the dorm, she won't see you unless you make noise.
Okay, I'm just gonna turn back into Yumi real quick while no one can see.
Okay. You're back.
I'm gonna prance my little fancy ass back down to my room.
You stand on the portal, you go to the dorm, and off to your room. Your roommates are not there. Lunchtime is now
thank
over.
God.
The bell rings, it's close to 1:30, and everyone's making their way to their class. Specifically, Penny is walking down the hallway, and Kincaid, she notices, walking right beside her. And he just smirks and looks over at her.
Penny does not look at him or make eye contact with him. Like she's like probably talking to Queenie, and she's like walking, and she's like, oh my god, she's like, so yeah, so then blah blah blah, and she probably notes he's walking by, and she's like, and she just continues to
Completely
do her own
ignores him as he's beside her. The hallway they get to class. The class is on death's door. It is the room on the other side, known as the Landria Fetale. Shit, I remember what it's called. It's like a speech. What do you call it in colleges? That big room, lecture hall. Lecture hall.
Yeah.
Okay.
Speech giving place. Yes.
As you go in, lots of people are taking this class. It is a room that you can go in a door on the right or left at death's door and go in. And it kind of loops around the inside of the building, around the inside here. And there is a desk and chair on a track on the wall that goes all the way around so it can see all of the room, because students in their desk over here won't be able on the other side of the wall over there. Everyone's kind of like taking seats. Culverlac comes out, and he's going to introduce this class to everyone. He's going to tell you that you must be very studious with your notebooks, and we will be reviewing very dangerous things. If you accidentally use an old artifact and kill yourself, that's on you. We've had it happen multiple times, especially in the first period. So he's going to say before anything begins, he needs to introduce you to Komapa. He's going to spin to the other side of the room and tell everyone to join him, and you're all going to see a large, like china cabinet type thing. This is some dark wood. You can see through these foggy glass windows. There are different items. He's going to tell you, this is Komapa, the cabinet of magical and peculiar artifacts. We will be exploring during this entire year these items, and you will learn how things have hidden themselves within the items, how they've been cursed, incredible stories from around Silvernell that these have been collected from. But this is the thing. Komapa doesn't like just anybody. So what he will do during the class, to show that you are worthy, he will give you a piece of paper with the item at the beginning of class he wishes for you to go get from Komapa. It will be your job to negotiate or do whatever you need to do with Komapa to get that item. For example, you'll write on a piece of paper, somebody give me a word.
Brick.
Brick, okay? So he is going to write small brick tower. He's going to hand it to who? Anybody? Any student want to take this? To Komapa?
Penny will go.
Okay. He's going to reach and give it to you, Penny. You notice, Penny, at the top left corner, there is a word written in Draconic. Do you speak that?
No. Probably not. No.
Okay.
I speak Common and Sylvan.
As you take the piece of paper and go through the crowd to everybody to Komapa,
And Elvish.
he is going to tell Komapa to be gentle. What do you want to do?
He speaks to come up and I'm standing in front of it.
Yeah, I'll say you're about 6 feet away from it.
I kind of approach, kind of like noting the type of wood and like kind of like admiring it because it probably looks like a pretty ornate cabinet of sorts.
Mm-hmm.
So she's like, oh, that's kind of interesting. And then as she approaches, she'll, I've been sent to retrieve the small block of bricks, if you please.
The cabinet
Small tower
starts
of bricks.
rumbling, and the eyes open and mouth opens, drawers open and big claws pop out as this mimic cabinet comes to like, and the hand just kind of leans forward with its two large claws to take the paper from you.
Hands it forward.
Not even phased.
It picks it and just stares intently at you.
Oh, that's interesting. I don't really do that often, do they? Am I intended to wait here for you to produce the item, or is there another step that I'm missing?
The whole class watches.
I like the professor. Am I supposed to understand what he's saying? Is that a part of this?
I don't know. I don't speak Komapa.
Is there any chance that I know Kamapa is a mimic, but he's also made of wood? I can talk to plants and stuff like that. So does he have any sort of like weird? Is there any sort of like understanding of what's happening here, or is he just like making weird sounds at me?
Roll
like,
an insight check.
Sure. 14 on the dice, but insight. 15.
Seeing how you are born literally from wood in a tree, you would definitely be able to feel any sort of language naturally coming from this. But you quickly can tell, as a wood professional, that this is actually not wood. It's just a mimicking
Pretending
wood.
to be wood. Does it seem like that it's just that it might be a creature that is just hoarding these objects? Like, it's like, oh, I like them, so I'm keeping them, and I need to just persuade it to get it?
It just definitely feels like they're like protected. They're inside of him. There's like a tenseness in the body around them.
Let me look at. I guess he's a. Yeah, so I guess you're just gonna try to talk to me again. She's like, I promise I'll give it back. I only need to see it for a minute just to show my classmates that wood is superior to, I kind of will gesture towards the rest of the class, flesh, if you will. And she'll try to make a persuasion to it to try to
Sure. Try to
give
persuade
it like a friendly
Komapa.
vibe, and that it will give it. Then I'll give it back. Dirty 20.
Beautiful. So as it sits there, it slowly starts to turn back into its regular form, closes its eyes, closes its mouth. The claws go back in the drawer. You hear from the other side of the room, "Very good, Penny." The drawer, the middle door, eep, is going to pop open as this tongue just holds out this small brick tower. As it does, you see inside these glowing set of 10 armbands. And the tongue brings out the small tower and hands it in front of you.
I will take my hands out and we'll take the tower.
Pops back into its mouth. Eek, the door shuts. And the teacher will tell everyone you have to be careful with Komapa. Komapa is made to protect these items. We don't want it in just anyone's hands because everyone is a villain here. So if you ever think that you can be smart and break in the night or try to steal one of the items from Komapa, Komapa will implode and crush all of the magical items.
Is that a safety mechanism that like it's a failsafe it can't control, or it chooses to like I'm protecting these things, boom, or it's like it's trapped?
He's going to say that Dragontooth has a deal with Komapa. Komapa gets safe haven here in the middle of the ocean, and we just employ it. So
gotcha.
Think of it as the seventh staff member.
Gotcha. And then Penny, is she supposed to keep this rock tower, or is she giving it back to Komapa? Is she supposed to take it out and then hold
you
it?
gave it to Professor Culverlack.
Sure.
Gain one positive point with Culverlack as I just kind of pat you on the back as everyone starts to talk about the next thing is going to happen, and he's going to tell you, "You showed a very good sternness with Komapa. That will come in handy in this course."
Well, some of us are just natural, sir. Thank you.
Meanwhile, Yumi is walking over to... you go towards where you went for the extracurricular of the bleed, like on death's door, and then that door went to student council room. But once you open the door, there's like people from the student council meeting, or like different people.
Oh.
Yeah, they ask you, "Are you in student council?"
No, I'm not. I was looking for, because I'm looking for the bleed right now.
They tell you that the bleed meets in the library.
Oh. What? Okay. I'm gonna, like, keep an ear to the door and see if I can hear anything after I close it and, like, make my exit.
You have a perception check.
$17.
You hear them talking about the weekend starting, people running for student council. People are coming up with plans of how they're going to run their campaigns to the people here, needing to know more about people. Sounds like the weekend will be the beginning of campaigning for student council. Okay. As you make your way to the library, you immediately see a bunch of people studiously going around talking their little notebooks. And there's Helen Shields. You'd recognize her with that big, bright lipstick. She immediately comes up to you. She's going to break down for you that right now there are 3 big stories. And for your first big story, I need to know that you can do this. But they all have something in common. Right now, there are 3. So every year, villains want to prove they're a villain really quickly, so they go after the weakest. So we're running 3 stories on 3 people, and we need information about them. The first one is Jeremy Hollins. These are all freshmen. We know that he's used to owning a bunch of shard mines. Ooh, that's evil. But now he has none, so can he actually do anything for himself? What will he do now? Is he weak? So that's one.
Mm-hmm.
The second one is Mandy Stone. She's like this mouse folk. She's a freshman. She hates men. What will happen if the men find out? You know, just a natural, you know, so we'll see there. I know
Yeah.
men in our shit. So there's a target
What
on her
if
back.
they know?
Men's opinions matter here, I take it.
No comment. All right, the third one
Okay.
is Bognak. He apparently did really awful in Venomrun. Everyone has saw it this morning on the orb. He's
Horrible.
I mean, honestly, I think he might be the number one candidate. He probably won't last the night with the way that students are in the school, so we want to get on top of it.
What do you mean
and make-
number one candidate, though?
Oh, the number one candidate
what?
that we think that people are going to go after to show they're strong. They go after the weakest, you know? It's nothing big. But
Okay.
we want to get ahead of this so that, you know, when he inevitably dies, we are the ones... Looks like we came up with it, okay? Because we need cred immediately for...
Yeah, we projected it. I
we
get you.
projected it. Okay, so out of those three, you feeling anything?
I can definitely probably run with this Bognak thing, because guess what I heard?
You've already heard something?
I've already heard things. This is why I need to be put on the case. Give it to me now, and I'll tell you what I know already.
You see a couple people standing up. Hold on. I'm going to be honest with you. We were saving that hard one for an upperclassman, but if you can give me something good, Yumi, if you can give me something real good, we can make something happen. She pulls out her lips. What you got?
It's a nice shade, by the way. But what I got... Y'all heard about the cafeteria thing he did, right? It just happened. How did you not hear about this?
Oh, yes. He stood on the table. See, we think that that's a little bit of a weakness. We think he's scared. But it actually won over a lot of people.
Well, after that, I heard him, because I was standing outside the cafeteria as he was walking past. He was just mumbling to himself under his breath and started yelling about how he was going to prove himself, even if he had to commit murder and kill somebody.
Wait, are you saying he doesn't like murder? Like he wouldn't kill somebody? He wouldn't retaliate? Oh,
Not
that is
People just
good.
don't think he's going to do it.
You
know
don't
what I
think he'll do
mean?
it? Oh, this is perfect. Okay, look, I'm sorry,
That's what
guys.
everybody's saying.
They earn it.
God damn it.
This is what you need to do right now. He is about to go into dueling class. If we're lucky, he gets paired against someone. Let's see
Yeah.
what he's like. I want you to go get as much dirt as you can, but don't let them know that we're doing this. It ruins it.
Okay.
I'm trusting you
Like-
with this.
Okay.
You know why I'm trusting with you this? Because Yumi, I like you, and I think me and you can do great things. Add one positive
I
relationship
think we
point
can do amazing things.
for Helen Shields.
This is an emotional roller coaster for me. I'm not even saying anything. What the hell?
I'm living your life, Bognak. I don't know what to do with it anymore.
Why are you controlling my life, Umi? Meanwhile,
Talk about micromanaging, okay? I'll do it
Can
for
you
you.
control my life next?
You'll shower.
meanwhile, I'm just laying in the bed with like that book on Abyssal open to like chapter 1, but I'm asleep and it's just covering my face. Like I just, it's like, oh, I gotta get to class.
You and B rush off to class. Or B, are you going to class?
I guess.
I don't know. I
feel
thought I
like
should ask.
I feel like B still, especially since it's the first day, doesn't really understand the concept of school or class yet. But somehow she feels like drawn to like leave and like explore, and somehow she just ends up in the right place every single time. Like when she's rummaging for coins, she always ends up where she needs to be.
Perfect. All right, you guys make your way up towards the floor under the Quarter of Remembrance. I think it's 8th or 7th floor with the Dueling Room. You get in a bunch of freshmen, not as much as you'd think, but still a good amount of freshmen. And there's a long catwalk from one end. Each end has stairs going up, and it's about maybe 2 feet off the ground. It's a long hallway type room. On one end, looks like there's different targets and arrows and weapons piled in the back. Looks like they're chained to the wall. And on this side, at the far end, there's a big, cushy couch that's kind of just facing the catwalk. And then the catwalk goes from that one end to another, and there are torches on the wall. Evening Plume is in the room. He's got a big book as he's flipping pages as everyone's coming into the room.
Bognak sees B scrambling. He's like, I probably should have gotten her from the room, huh? But glad she's. And I think he's just gonna like grab a desk and kind of wave her over. It's like, yeah, here.
No desks. There's no desks.
Oh, it's just a room.
It's just a long room with a catwalk in it that you can like stand around.
Okay, so Bee's definitely on all fours then, like sniffing on the ground, and she recognizes Bognak's scent from like cohabiting with him. So it's just like she makes her way over there and she just like looks up and then just like stands up.
Yeah, hey B. All right, I gotta look. I've not been doing great, so I gotta look like a badass, you know? Because I have no idea what happened in the cafeteria earlier. So I'm just gonna stand here like this. Does this look intimidating? And he's just gonna stand there with both his arms behind his back, just like, you know, like kind of military, like just at the ready, just waiting, and just kind of
with his broken fingers.
he's got them cupped behind his back, so he can't see it.
As you guys are standing there, Evening Plume will tell everyone in your minds that this is dueling class, and that you will fight each other in this class, and you will learn different ways to parry, to block, to attack, and different techniques that you should expect to fight in this class constantly. And at the end of the year, the two weakest, the classroom votes are the ones who need the most work, will fight to the death. Other than that, every other time you fight, I will protect you from fully dying, so you can do your worst. But at the end of the year, death for the two weakest. Sound good?
That's something.
So his hand shoots up.
Yes.
As soon as he finishes. Okay, so like, where do we put the money for like when we're betting, like between the people that are fighting? Like, where do we throw the money? And like, is somebody picking it up? Because I can pick it up. Like, I can definitely pick it up.
If you wish to make wagers on the fights, which we do encourage, there is a large pot underneath the catwalk, and he's going to go down and pull it out. Perhaps you would like to overlook the pot.
He takes her hands and like looks into it, doesn't see anything in there, and just kind of goes and like lets go of it and walks back.
You notice a couple of the freshmen around you are like, ugh.
You get used to it.
Very well. So who will be our two first freshmen to fight? Any takers?
His hand shoots up.
Ah, yes. The girl with the pot. What is your name?
B.
B.
The letter or the animal.
Yes, be aggressive. I was just reading about my students. Please find your way into the fighting station. And all on both ends, like when you get to the top of the stairs, about like a foot in, there's like a square that you can stand in on each side.
Okay. He gets on all fours and runs up to one of the squares and stands up. And she's almost like practically foaming at the mouth because she's so excited.
A light from the ceiling illuminates over you.
I think Bognak thinks he needs to prove himself, and he just steps forward.
Up the stairs, into the square. Light on him. Oh, very good.
The drama.
Bognak T. Bruiser.
Bognak does give like a friendly wave to B real quick, like Tracy supposed to.
B doesn't even see it. B's like turned around to like where the rest of the freshmen and other students are, like looking to see if they're like starting to get money out, because that's like what she's excited about.
Quickly roll a perception check.
I don't think we get a cut if we're fighting.
18.
What was it?
18.
Yeah, you see a couple people are throwing money in, and you hear them saying, B. You saw at least 3 silver pieces being thrown in that pot.
She's drooling at this point. Like, the foaming at the mouth has turned to, like, drool at the sight of the coins.
You hear in your mind, Bognak, is your hand broken?
Yes, Professor. But
you're unprepared for my class. In the future, if you come to my class unprepared for battle, you will be sent to detention. But seeing how this is your first day, I will be kind, even though I hate that.
Yes, Professor, thank you, and I promise you, I just need the one. And he does like the Rock Lee pose, if anybody knew, like where the Bruce Lee pose, where he just like holds his hand up like
Yeah.
that, and behind his back.
Give me your hand, Bognak.
Oh, reaches it out to the professor because Bognak trusts Evening Plume because he does remember like he restored that girl's tongue, like he like did a lot for the seniors when we first got here. So Bognak is trying to get on their good side.
He's going to place his hand over top of your hand, which is on his. He has no eyes. It's a smooth skin that goes down. No nose, no mouth. It's the like suggestion of where those would be, but nothing too prominent. You feel your hand ripple, almost like little waters floating around all your sides, before he opens his hands and your hand is completely healed. Now, I want you to show no mercy and show everyone what you have got. Where are you, Yumi?
Are there like, is it, explain how I can view inside the classroom without being in the classroom. Is that possible?
You can't. Unless the door is open.
Is the door open?
The door was cracked.
I'm gonna peep through that crack, baby.
All right. As you walk up, you see Bognak and B in spotlights like a Beyonce concert on two ends of the catwalk looking at each other. Bognak just pulled up his hand, hallelujah, as they stare at each other. As your eye looks into the crack, you feel something. You look out of the crack to your right, and you see walking down the grates outside is Landria Fatale, the headmaster. As she's walking up, and you see she kind of closed part of her cloak because there is a huge gash on her neck that she is healing before she puts it up. And she goes to the other door on the other side, and she sees you. And around that time, you notice from like the shadow part where she was walking, there is a cloaked figure with her. And she stops them. You can't really see who this cloaked figure is. And she looks at you. What do you want to do?
I'm just gonna hop into her brain and be like, nice to see you.
She's going to say, I hear you're taking the bleed. Is this your first project?
Yes.
Then pay attention carefully. You don't want to miss this one. And she's going to go into the room as B and Bognak stand there. Sazmath is about to give you the okay to start. You just hear, halt! All the lights and the torches in the room light up again. She walks in with this hooded figure. Oh, Headmaster Vital, what a pleasure. First day of school, this is completely unexpected. She's going to say, yes, Professor, do you mind if I take over? Well, it's these students' first day. And she's going to say, you have done well. Out of the way. Ah. B, you can stand down. Let her have the silver in the pot. Add 3 silver as you dive into that pot.
I literally like headfirst swimmers dive into it. I'm like, it's only 3 and I'm rolling around in it. I'm like foaming at the mouth. Literally like a dog that's being like scratched on its belly, like doing
The
that.
whole room is quiet except for ding, 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 as like B's like waist is hitting the outside of this bowl. She's down in there trying to get these 3 silver coins that are sliding around. And Vital walks up to the square adjacent to Bognak. And she says, you have not adequately convinced me that you are a villain, and I have no faith in your future here. I have heard of your display in Venomrun, and I am at my wit's end with freshmen like you. I will give you one last chance. The shadowed, hooded figure will walk up the stairs, and she'll lead them to the square. I will ask you one last time. Do you have what it takes
to be unleashed on Silvernell and destroy it.
I don't think you see Bognak this serious so often, but he looks at her with just almost spite. And he says, I'm ready to be unleashed wherever I fucking want. And he turns to face, and he still is just going to try and fight this guy with one hand behind his back.
Even though it's healed?
Even though it's healed, I was fully ready to go into this fight with one hand behind my back.
She removes the cloak from the hooded figure, and you see before you, with a blood smear across his bald head, stands Orteo. She says, one of you will end up as a student at Dragontooth, and the other will be buried in the whirlpools of these seas.
Orteo is in my backstory?
I fucking knew it.
You've been here 2 days and you've forgotten your best friend? And Orteo says, I'm sorry, Bognak. I have no choice. You left me to die.
I didn't leave you to die. I stayed to die. You know who died? Patches. Patches is who died.
He
died because you lied about the job. And Bognak's he's like, I don't know if there's something holding him in the spotlight. I think I'm gonna charge if nobody can stop me.
Landria Fatal is going to hop back. I guess you're starting it. It's a 2-person initiative. You go first, then him. Let's go.
All right. Bognak's gonna charge at him and just try and grapple him by grabbing the back of his head.
Ooh, all right. Athletics versus athletics.
Yumi is just like going wild, writing all of this down the whole time.
23.
Natural 19. That's a 24, baby.
Oh, so you reach for him. He kind of swivels under your arm because he knows your fucking tricks, and you know he knows his tricks. You grab his hand and get him in a headlock.
Surgeon can attack him. So just my unarmed strike. Oh, that was so close to a nat 20. That's an 11.
11 misses.
Yeah, that makes sense.
You know Orteo, and you know he's always got that same chainmail on. Okay.
Let you bring your chainmail into the school. Why'd you get chainmail? Why was I wearing rags when I got here?
He's gonna go for a punch. He's still grappled, I guess.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. He's gonna try to break out of it. But he can't, and that was his action.
Yeah. Bognak's gonna try and just unarmed strike him again. At this point, what the unarmed strike looks like is Bognak's got him by the back of the head, and he's just trying to bring his knee into his face, just like MMA style, just boom, like trying to pound it in.
Okay.
So, oh my god, 14 does not hit a chainmail. I don't think
It does not. It misses. Unless you're going to use some movement. He's going to use movement to go around to the side at the edge of the catwalk.
Oh yeah, does he have movement? He's grappled. His speed is 0.
Oh, his speed is 0. Okay, cool. All right, so he still got his hands, so he's not restrained. So he's going to try to do a disadvantage, like fucking elbow to your gut.
Okay.
Disadvantage. Oh, doesn't matter. First roll was a 1. He can't get close to you, man. You know Orteo. You know your best friend. He just, as he misses his attack, he's just going to say, I should have told you. I'm sorry.
You're damn right you should have told me, but I'm here now, aren't I? I gotta do what I need to survive.
All right. Your turn.
Same thing. Jesus. That's a 7. I cannot roll. I got the one. I get my one good moment every session, and that was the grapple. And now I'm just kind of.
He wants to break out of the grapple. He rolls a 16 on his turn.
Okay. Contested. It's a 14.
Boom. He breaks out. That's his action.
Oh wait, you know what? I haven't been doing the past 3 turns though. A feature as an unarmed fighter. I get to deal free D4 damage every time. Like I have somebody grappled on the start of the turn.
3d4. Okay, cool. Go ahead and roll your 3d4.
Yeah, that's why I grapple, baby. So that is going to be 3d4, 6 total damage to him.
Okay.
Just while
All
I
right.
got him.
So
I
he's
think
just-
someone gave Bognak advantage too on the stream.
Oh my
Oh,
gosh!
hell
Yeah. So your next roll, you have advantage. So your next roll. Okay, so he's going to turn around and just try to clock you across the face. 16.
That's my AC.
It's going to do 8 points of bludgeoning damage to you.
Oh, jeez, Bo. He's been working out while
I'm
I've been in
fighting.
jail.
You've been in jail. Yeah, and then he's going to stay within your range, just kind of like quickly circle around behind you, even though you can like turn around, just trying to get some more space. So he's not right on the edge. Your turn.
I think I'm gonna try and shoulder charge him into just try and shoulder charge grapple him again, just trying to get him dead.
Hold on. Say that again.
I'm gonna try and just ram into him. Like I'm thinking about the wall I rammed earlier, getting through it Kool-Aid Man style. He's the wall right now. I'm just trying to like charge into him,
All right, cool.
grapple. So.
Ooh, he rolled a 12.
That's a 20. I'm gonna hold on to the advantage if that's okay for my attack roll. Or
sure. I'll be nice this time, but from now on you gotta roll it with advantage.
yeah, okay, yeah. So that's it. I've got him grappled again. And just as I take him down, it's like, what about Nugs? Where's he? You didn't drag him here too, did you?
Okay, cool. You do the grapple damage on your next turn?
Yes, the start of my turn.
Okay, he's gonna try to break out. Oh god, 9. Okay, cool. Your turn.
No. Cool. Well, I mean, I need to roll that.
Roll the
contended.
damage, yeah, as you squeeze.
Yeah, so that's a 20 to hold on to the grapple. Thank you for the advantage, because I rolled a nat 1 on the first one. Thanks, friends.
Yay!
It really be like that.
Thanks for being nice, Scott. I appreciate you. Yeah, so that is going to be 1 more damage.
Okay.
And just while I've got him here, I'm just like, you hurt so many people. You hurt all those people that needed the cure. And then I'm gonna, you hurt me. You killed Patches. And he might as well be dead to me as I bring my fist down. I'm trying to bring my fist down his head. 12.
That's a miss.
The narrative is great, but it's just really anticlimactic. It's like I'm holding myself back, I think. Like I bring it right down next to
he
his
rolled
head.
a 19 to break out.
Come on, Bognak. You can do it. That's another natural. That's a failure. That's a natural one.
Oh,
So,
that's his turn. Do your damage of squeezing his head.
no, he got out. I failed.
Oh, you failed?
Yeah, I failed.
Oh,
That's
all right,
the one.
yeah. He bust out. And he's going to. No. He's gonna stand right there.
Okay.
You see lines on his neck from where you've been choking him.
Okay. I'm going to. Yeah. I'm just gonna say, like, why aren't you saying anything? Say something. Say something as I like punch him in the gut to try and
Alright.
force something out of him. So I'm done grappling. Let's just fight him. Jesus Christ, a 3. Bonus action. Bonus action. I'm gonna second wind
Okay.
for 4 points of healing back. So
All right.
Bognak and the rolls.
He's gonna swing a punch on you.
nothing's time on these rolls.
That is a 14.
Team does not hit.
Does not hit. All right. He's gonna use a bonus action to do his second win point as well.
dice. Screw this.
Okay. It's your turn. You're both standing there under the light. I guess you no longer have your hand behind your back. You gave that up to grapple.
I mean, I was envisioning like this, but yeah, I think after I knocked him down the first time, I took my hand from behind my back. So, yeah, I'm just gonna... Jesus Christ, come on, Dice Christ, come on, sweet baby Jesus, Buddha, whoever will give me help on this roll. That's a 20 to hit.
Very nice. Yeah.
Hey.
You walk up
Thank
and
you.
sock him right across the face.
See what happens when you get less specific. When you say anyone, they're like, bet, I got you.
10 damage.
10 damage? Holy cow. Thank you, second wind.
Fighter, baby.
Oh my gosh. All right. He is going to tell you that he wasn't going to tell you about stealing the cure because you would have tried to stop him, because you've always slowly held them back, and he didn't want to tell you. Everybody wanted to tell you, Nugs, everybody, but not him, because he was trying to help you. He was going to see how rich you would get, and then you would thank us after, and he's going to go for a punch. And that is a 23. Unless you have anything.
Shield.
Shield?
I'm a level 2 fighter. I don't have shield.
I was going to say, I can't even shield at 23. And that's going to be 6 points of damage.
Hurt, but I'm still standing. And I'm just gonna, like, at this point, I think there's like blood and tears just running down my face, just like ugly crying, just as I like fist shakes. And I'm like, you should have said something, anything. I didn't. You know what? At the end of the day, I act like I care about all those people. I don't. You know what? I don't. You know who I do care about? Our friends, our team. And you put us in jeopardy. You broke us up. This is on you. You're not the leader I thought you were. And bring it down again. Just like this monologue movie style boxer fight. Sweet baby G. 15.
One short.
I know. I also have chainmail.
All right. Seeing you give this monologue, and he just dodges out of the way. And he says, I'm sorry. I want to be in this school more than you. I need a chance for me, Bognak. And he's going to swing at you. And that is an 18.
That hits.
It's 5 points of damage.
I'm hurting.
I would like to say that while all of this is going on, B has no concept of how serious this moment is. So B is walking around with that bowl, banging on it, asking for coins and trying to get like bets from the other students.
Okay, there has been 18 silver pieces dropped in, and they're all for Orteo.
Oh. B throws one of her silver pieces that she dug out in before for Bognak, just to give it a little balance out. Come on, y'all.
Okay.
And hey, the odds are going to be great for B if this happens.
Yeah.
So he's just like, you want to be here more than me? You don't deserve to be here. You never saw the bigger picture. That's why I held you back from yourself, so you didn't get too big for your fucking britches. I thought we could grow together, but it's too late now. You're some chump from Winding City, and now I see why everybody thinks I'm a joke. And I go for... I think I'm going to go for another punch. 17, baby. That's a hit. Come on.
Where are you hitting him, and how do you finish him off?
Oh my god. I think Bognak is just gonna like do a kick in the chest to knock him down on his back, and look him in the eyes as he does it, because he's gonna do him that service, and he's like, at least when you die, it's not gonna be stabbed from the back. like patches. And he's just gonna bring the fist down on his head, like he's just gonna
You hear
brush
the
his skull against the ground.
crush of his skull in as you see your best friend that you have just killed on the catwalk. The last, basically, of your family.
And he looks around and he's like, "Is that what you wanted to see? Is this what you fucking wanted to see?" As he picks him up by the back of his head and throws like his lifeless body down by B, like raging money. He's like,
as you stand up, you just see the flowing back cape of Laundria as she walked out of the door.
I don't think it was even gestured at her. It was gestured at everybody at this point. He's like, "I'm here, and I'm gonna stay here. And you don't need to say that, because I'm fucking sick of this." As he just like wipes more blood and like stuff from his eye, and he takes out like the little chisel from his wood carving kit, and he's just gonna cross out on his chest, like the tattoo that has Orteo's name that he wrote on his own chest. He's gonna mark that out.
He goes nuts in the crowd. Like, I don't know if anyone else is cheering, but B's going crazy.
The crowd
the word.
is silent as everyone looks up at you, and you just hear in your mind, "There's definitely some work to be done with those punches, but overall, good job."
Thank you, Professor.
The bell rings. We will be right back for the next class. Let's take a 15-minute bathroom break. That sounds good. We'll see everyone.
Thank you, bathroom break.
In
I need an emotional break real quick.
The first act was Let's Bully Bognak.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Dragontooth Academy, episode 5. If you missed the first act of this,
Nothing
should
happened.
I spoil it? Yeah, nothing
No,
happened.
nothing happened.
Let's just say
guy.
Bognak is here.
Bognak nacked. Okay?
All right, school bell just went off, guys. It is time. But before that, we're gonna see Helen Shields running up to talk to Yumi. She wants to know what the hell happened.
Honestly, there was so much that happened. Can I have just like till dinner to process what just happened?
Write me up something for dinner. Don't even worry about formatting. Don't even worry about anything. I just want the deets. I will create something perfect. But just tell me.
I'll
because
just
I'm
do
dying
bullet
to
points of what happened.
know. How quickly do you think people are going to eat up this story?
Yeah, I'm still drowning in the juice. Okay? I'm drowning. I'm shook. Shook it.
All right, the bell rings. Everyone's moving to their next class. Penny will be making her way up to the hothouse. It looks like there was a botany class that just got out. People are moving around. But across the room, you see somebody reach this like green ogre type man reaching across to grab this plant. And a hand comes from behind it and hits it. And Humwalda pops out. And she says,
Is it
Finnegan Riger. She says, "What the frick are you even doing? Like, leave my plus alone." Oh, hi, Penny.
Finnegan touching things again?
Yeah, Finnegan keeps talking about how he wants to take the plants from the things he learns in the poison class. Like, get your own materials. She's so
Yeah,
annoying.
you really shouldn't take things from people that they don't really like that. It's a little nasty. They might say "ill" or something.
Yeah. She's gonna pull everybody from the group. She tells you guys to really come over here because oh, that's not her name. Actually, it is. Layla Thelman is the freaking Rooter Queen, and she's over at the other side of the room, growing Rooter, and you turn and you just hear just like doo-de-bop, doo-doo-doo-doo, and they're just like playing some music as they're like passing these like Rooter joints back and forth.
Penny doesn't know what Rooter is. She's never met.
You smell a waft of like very sweet fruit.
What is that?
Anyways, if you don't want to end up totally blazed, don't go over there. Okay, so
I love it.
look here, everybody. So every week we're gonna take home a plant, and everyone's got to learn to take care of this monster, okay? Feel free to let it literally kill people. It's okay. Okay? Just come back and tell us what you think. Also, all of the monsters are going to be provided by the professor, so thank her if you see her. She's going to go get the Talunkin from during the demonstration, and she's going to pull it up, and it's just going to be like, rawr, 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 and she's going to be like, stop it. I don't even have any anymore.
What is it saying?
What is it saying? You can hear it. You hear, feed me. Feed me now.
In the background, Bognak just pops up. Little shop of
Get out of here, Bullseye.
Literally.
Get out of here. Okay. So, who wants to be? And she's looking over at Finnegan. Wait till I ask the question. Who wants to be the first one to take this plant home?
I would like to take home this Lincoln.
You and Finnegan put your hands up at the same time. Oh, okay, Penny. Oh, I don't know, Finnegan. I think I saw her hand first. He's just gonna look at you. Oh, my hand was up faster.
Well, I know more about plants, so I think I should go first.
Oh, I know more about plants.
I actually think that's inaccurate, as I know you don't know anything about plants because you come from the Goblin Kingdom where they don't even have plants.
Do you know that the... It's just gonna get so angry in his spot. Okay, Chase, let's cry it, volcano.
So like I said, I'll go first, and then I can give you a great detailed note, so that way when you take care of it, there's no issues. All right?
She's gonna hand it to you. Yeah, Finnegan, you can go after her. Maybe you can learn something.
Can I make a persuasion check to be not she was being a dick, but she's also trying to be like, I'm gonna go first so you don't fuck it up, and it's
to Finnegan.
Yeah.
Roll a persuasion check. He's got red in his eyes.
Okay, it's a nat 20, so a 25. How bad are they? Jeez. Is he hot for me now? Is he okay, plant mom? Is he calling me mom in his mouth? I wait, hope he's call me mom.
You see, just leaning in is Alayla. She's like, dude, chill out. He's smell, Rooter smoke. All right, but I get out after you. Nobody else.
That has nothing to do with me, honestly. And I have my Slunkin. I'm gonna call you Telly. Is that okay? And I ask you if I can call him.
Just leans its tentacles around and goes, I'm so hungry.
Oh, well, we'll get you some food. Don't worry. And he understands what I'm saying because just speak to it. You just wait right here, and I kind of sit him on the desk, and I'm like, all right.
He's in a black vase pot, about that big, and then his tentacles come out, and it's like a big flower, big pink flower.
I look over to him, and I'm like, you just let me know if you see someone who looks extra delectable, and I'll see what I can do.
They all look good. As his tentacles just flail across the room, and everyone's like, ugh.
All right, that's easy to please. I like it. Okay.
My living situation might suck right now, but at least I'm not sharing a room with the gentility. I'm just with the girl that's covered in shit and the guy that's threatened to kill me if I breathe. So it's equally, it's just not a good time.
God, B isn't in that class, and you have the genital eating plant and the shit girl in one place.
Humwalda is gonna be like, wow, you can talk to plants?
Well, it's a whole perk of being a plant, I guess. And I kind of flick my, put my hair back. Yeah.
All right, they're gonna give you some time alone with this plant as she's gonna talk about some of the other plants to everybody. Anything you want to do before we switch over to another class?
No, she'll just keep it casual. She's kind of because she hears all the plants in the room talking anyway, so she's she can't really talk to the Lunkin too much because she's overwhelmed by all of it, but she's listening to everything that's happening.
Roll a perception check.
I will. Okay, it's an 18 on the dice plus, I think maybe 1. Look, that's Snapchat. That's the dodge action. All right, here it is. Yeah, 19.
You hear some vines dangling from the ceiling that are saying, "And I can't believe those three ran out of the corridors without locking it and then dangled over the balcony before they jumped. I mean, dangling's my thing."
Can I do I know where that's coming from? Can I ask, can I continue that conversation? Do you know what 3 that was? When was this happening? I'm sorry to intrude on your conversation. Oh, also, hello. My name is Penelope Flora. You can call me Penny.
Well, it's not very often we get approached by a student. It's nice to meet you, darling.
And I reach out my hand.
Grab the little vine.
Ooh, delicate hands.
You said someone was jumping off of banisters out of the corridors of, I assume, Remembrance?
Yes, 3 crazy people. I saw them through here, the cracks in the wall. They just came running out, didn't lock it behind them in some kind of hurry, and then grabbed on to the banister and dangled. Can you believe it? Copycats.
Well, do you know who they were? Did you happen to get names of sorts? How good are your listening skills?
But perhaps those, perhaps that nice lady, that headmaster lady, she might know. They jumped off and they saw her. I seen it.
Okay. Well, you didn't know their names. Can you tell me what those students looked like? Do they look like, and I point around, I'm like, did it look like that person, a human, or that lizard folk over there?
You gather that it was a lizard folk guy. It was a human, maybe looking girl. And then a darker skinned human looking girl.
Gotcha. Well, that was super Wait, you can see all the way from here to the 9th floor of the corridors of Remembrance? How far do those vines reach?
No, darling, I got a hangnail, and it hangs on the roof,
And you look up and the vine goes to the roof, out the crack, and it goes into a crack in the wall.
and it just peeks out the other side.
Oh. And you can see through all of that.
Well, I can just see out into death's door, darling.
Perhaps I should help arrange those routes so you can get some better views.
Oh, you are too kind, but darling, we have to stay in our place. There's so many people in this neighborhood.
Hey, there's always more room for flowers.
You crazy. Hey, don't be a stranger. You come by and you talk to me, okay? I get so bored over here next to this cacti.
Do you have a name I can call you?
You are so kind. You can just call me Viney.
Viney.
Well, it's lovely to meet you. Lovely to meet you, Viney. And I can't wait to have some more conversations with you. Keep your ear out for those details. I'd love to talk to you some more. I love, I wouldn't call it gossip, but surveillance,
All right, in the other class, you see Kincaid, Yumi, B, and Bognak walk
Everybody else.
upstairs to the observatory, to the history of assassination through art with Professor Roshk. And he's going to say, forgive me, everyone, for the disarray. And as you look around, you see this pristine observatory, a golden, shiny telescope, books all put away, the chairs pushed in. This is not my normal place, but downstairs there are, practices for Venomrun going on. Anywho, I am going to show you now 3 works of art. Now, in this class, you will learn how you can take your rage and put it into a beautiful, magnificent piece that will last forever. Who knows, you might even do like I, and kill an entire city and strung them in the desert, and put them in different poses so to evoke an emotion from travelers. Oh, the pain, the suffering. Mother, I'm hungry, I'm hot. It's beautiful work. So, he's going to present a painting of this, druid changing shapes, and they're, in a sand city, so there's buildings and everything made of sand, and it's just Druid walking through it. Another is a sculpture of this, wizard, and he's riding a big, sandworm called wargs. And then there is a little music player that is playing a little song of a singer. It's a male, and he talks about being a sorcerer begging for water, that things are so hot. And he is going to tell you, take the time, work together if you wish, to find out which piece of artwork is made from the aftermath of a mass murder in Grad Sul, Middleton Deserts. Whoever gets it right at the end of the class gets a little silver piece. And that's what we'll do in this class. We'll see how art balances against death and destruction and earn a little coin for our keen eye.
Do we just start? Do we break off into groups? Is this an individual project?
It's whatever you want to do. You can work separately.
Bognak's gonna look at Umi, and he's gonna kind of be like, I mean, yeah, I trust you to know things. I'll get to work on maybe trying to study the statue a bit. Look at the statue. If you want to take one of the paintings and B, I imagine as soon as the silver coin was pulled out, B's just like at the professor's ankles, like, come on.
Yeah, I was about to say, yeah, she isn't even looking at the art. I don't know if he put it down somewhere, if it's in his hand or in his pocket. She's definitely like trying to get the piece of silver.
Well, we'll let B know what we pick.
I'm checking out the one with the druid in it, the changing druid.
Okay. What are you looking for in it? So it's a painting. It's got like Sand City kind of off in the distance, and it looks like this druid is transforming from like a little, like maybe about a medium-sized scorpion into a person. Like it shows like the Animorph book cover of them like walking into the desert.
Oh, Animorph.
I'm gonna look at the statue.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to cut that off. I was just saying I'm looking at the statue. Keep going.
Yeah, it's big sandworm hopping into another dune of sand, and there's a wizard on top of it who's like casting some spell while riding it.
What is the statue made out of?
It looks like it's made out of some like orange clay, like almost like a pot for a plant would be made out of.
Would you say this? So the stone cutting applies to this. So whenever I make a history check related to the origin of stonework, I'm considered proficient in history skill and add double my proficiency bonus.
Okay, perfect.
All right, nice. All right, so,
that's perfect.
And I think that's why I picked art class. Full memories, and that's why I picked art class, baby. And I'm gonna look for impurities in the stone, like if it was made right after this destruction, like maybe look for like some blood in it, or like some like sort of like arrowheads or something mixed in with the clay that might be an impurity in it. And I think that's specifically what I'm gonna be looking for, because I don't have historical. I don't think I would have historical reference.
All right, investigation check.
So that is. Oh, okay. So that's a 13 plus 3, I think. Yeah, so 16.
There is this technique where things would crack. They would fill it in with this like same color substance, but make it bulge a little more so you could see the ripple of imperfections in it. And one of them is really fresh and still a little malleable.
So that would tell me this is probably a recent statue. This isn't like right after.
Just this part is. The other is pretty stern. This part looks like it was recently filled in.
And which part is that? Is that a significant part? Or is it just
it's like back on the sand dune where the worm is going in and out. It's like on the back corner.
Okay, I'll sit on that information and see what the others are up to.
All right. Anybody else?
He is still B's bothering the professor, I guess, for the piece of silver that she saw. I don't know if it was in a pocket or in his hand or whatever, but she kind of sneaks up to him and is going to go after wherever she can see that the coin is.
Sleight of hand check.
Oh, damn.
You're gonna be rich.
19.
Yes, he was flipping it on his fingers and dropped it ever so lightly in this big pocket, this breast pocket that goes unusually long down his cloak. So
Okay,
as he turns, he's helping another student. He doesn't even notice that you reach in and your arm goes all the way down. You probably have to get like your head, maybe a little bit of your ends to it, but you feel it and pop out one silver coin.
Nice. Just puts it, it kind of snickers a little, like bites it a little, and then sticks it in her pocket and like scurries over. I guess she kind of, I don't know if Bognak and Yumi are in like the same area, but now she doesn't really care about like anything else that's going on, so she's just kind of over there like hanging out.
Okay, you before you move, you definitely see there's like this like lion tabaxi type guy with these big yellow eyes that is just like staring at you, watching you do it from across the room.
B does not care. B could care fucking less. She just keeps going.
Okay. Anyone else about in the art in the room?
I mean,
Okay, so
I don't know.
all right, if that's it, Rosh will give, everyone's had time. It's going to ask you individually which ones you think is the aftermath of a mass murder in Gradsel.
What's the closest piece of art that's to near B?
So it was the painting first, the sculpture, and the music box. So it would be the painting first.
Okay, B just points to the painting and goes, "That one."
Okay, Bognak
I'm gonna go with the sculpture. I think is
And-
the aftermath.
Yumi.
Yumi's just gonna like look at him and be like, "It's probably the music box, the one we didn't even look at."
All right, the whole class is going to vote for them. Rosh is going to tell you it is the painting of the druid walking away. This was done by a senior that just graduated. Her name was Fenda Ga, a very powerful druid who actually was very good at shrinking from really big to really small with her animals.
He just goes, "I'm so good at this school thing."
She's like piling. You've got it, what, 22, 23 gold? Or silver?
13 gold and 31 silver at this point.
A lot of those were today, the silver at least, just holding on
Yeah.
the silver.
Jesus.
All right, the bell rings and we go to dueling. This time it's a little different because Sazmath, or Evening Plume, is able to get through his whole spiel about how you will duel and he will save your life so you do not actually kill anybody. But at the end of the year, the two weakest will have to fight to the death. So he's just going to choose two random ones out of the crowd. Two random, completely random. We're going to do Penny and Yumi against each other. Roll initiative while B and Bognak are going to walk up into that room, the observatory that you guys just came.
Can I pre-vomit my swarm since we're going into this to fight?
Yes, during his talk and during the whole light situation on the catwalk, you would have had time. He rolled a 19. What did you roll, Penny?
Not that, 16.
16. Okay. B, Bognak, you see into the observatory when you go in. It is Professor Inger, and she's staring at Bognak. And she is going to tell you guys that in this class, the computational dismemberment, we will learn to use from our victims what we can and be resourceful as a beginner. You see on the wall, she has strung the dead body of Orteo, and she's already started to cut into the abdomen. All right, let's go back. Let's go back to Yumi and Penny.
That was disrespectful.
There were 3 other dead bodies you could pick, Scott. I don't know what I did to you this week. Just
He just joined the game. He was like, "Thanks, I got a guy."
Wait.
I imagine if I had stayed longer, that second session or whatever, where she was getting a buzz ball. If I'd gone back there, it would have been Nugs' little body, poor little guy, just getting drilled into. You're sick, Scott.
Correct. That is accurate.
It's a villain school, bro.
You're a villain in real life. Whatever money you advertise for this campaign, put it to therapy, Scott. Who hurt you? Sorry, go ahead.
Do you want to do anything while you're there? With Inger looking at you with this metal drill digging into Orteo as B sees probably the metal of the drill.
He's like, B loves it. B's eating up every second of it, but it has no self-awareness for Bognak's emotions.
Give me a minute. Why don't we go to the duel and I'll let you know what I think about this.
All right, back in the dueling chamber. First is Yumi and then Penny. Do your worst, you will be resurrected. And at the end of the year, there will be a tally of who won the most and stuff. So don't lose any.
That is the best bet, I suppose.
All right. So I'm going to start off with Chromatic Orb. I'm just going to use that last spell slot.
All right, cool.
And let's see if I hit it. 18 plus 5 is 23.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Surely gonna hit me. Let's see if I live past this hit. Da 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 da.
17 acid damage.
Ooh, to
Down.
Penny.
Yeah, I'm down.
Yeah.
Down? Boom, just like that. Evening Plume in your minds will tell everybody.
Can I use a reaction to getting hit to cast this? Like, I have a reaction spell to getting hit. Can I cast that if the hit kills me?
What does it do?
It's Hellish Rebuke. So it's like you get hit so you can point at someone and attack back at them. So it's like I'm getting hit. I'm like, ah!
I'd say in this situation, only one that's like reactive to keep you from taking damage would work, but anything else, it's like, ugh.
Okay, yeah, just curious.
Yeah. All right. Well, just like that, I went to the map and everything. Boom. All right. Yeah, he's going to be super impressed. The whole class is going to be impressed with Yumi. It is the end of the class upstairs of Dismemberment. It is the end of the dueling class. It is now dinner time as everyone is filing towards the furnace for dinner.
Can I have a quick scene with Inger before Dismemberment ends, or no?
Yeah.
I just wanted to go to Professor Inger. Like, I imagine at this point we've got like Orteo's guts just on our table, like in front of us or whatever, and I'm just
didn't get his guts. You actually got his right hand.
Wow, the symbolism as his
Souvenir.
right hand. Do we get to, do we keep it afterwards? Like,
Oh no, they're gonna keep it. She's gonna keep it.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense. I didn't really want it, but
Are you
Wait,
sure?
Do you ask her that to keep it?
no. Basically, I was just gonna say to her is like, I'm sorry I ran out the other night. I just first day nerves and well, Professor, if there's one thing today reaffirmed. I don't think I like killing, but I want you to teach me how to make them like it even less than I do. And I want you to teach me how to make it valuable to me. Because if we can get things out of the death, then it's not a total loss.
So
I'm
you
really-
don't want the students to kill each other?
I don't like it, but I'll take advantage of it. And I'm looking forward to learning from you, Professor. Make me your greatest pupil. And Bognak kind of looks at Orteo. He's like, I need to make my time at this school worth it.
All in good time. Will you trust me?
With everything.
She just reaches up, puts her hands into the stomach of Orteo, and pulls out the lungs. Cracks it and gives you a lung, and she takes a lung.
You will be my Padawan.
Is Bognak about to eat it? Eat the lung.
Eat it. Eat it. If B's
Ew.
there, she's like, eat it.
Remember when the hot plant girl
Yumi's
was like,
still
I'll teach
standing
you,
here
and he
watching
picked
that.
that one? Ew.
Mommy and Yumi's like, you want to write a story? Let's do some shit.
Okay.
He's like, eat it.
Um,
Eat it. Eat it. Eat it.
I think. I think I like. He's like. I've done a lot of things I don't like today, and he'll take a bite.
Inger starts laughing, echoes down the hall into the death's door. People just kind of look up. All right, back towards the furnace. Everyone's walking towards dinner. Everyone's kind of coming together.
Did I have to swallow it, or could I spit it out later?
She turns around to go put her drill down. You could spit it out.
Yeah, I didn't want to. That's
It's
Put it
long,
in your
just-
mouth. Don't
yeah.
do that.
All right, it's free period. It's dinner, and then after dinner, it's your jobs if you have them. So whatever you guys want to do, and it's now yours.
Carrying my Telunkin. And I'm with Yumi, I guess. And we're going.
B
Back.
is actively looking for Penny. I'll go ahead and say that right now. B is on the hunt for Penny. I don't know if we're in the same room right now, but B is on all fours looking for Penny.
Yeah, I guess we're in the cap, right?
Okay. So
Yeah, and-
I was
we would have made it.
I was making my way there, and then I see Penny. So as B approaches Penny, B is holding one of her like textbooks or like a really big book by like the front cover of it, and she's dragging it behind her. So like she's been dragging it for a while, you can tell. So like some of the pages have like ripped off or like torn now, and B just walks up to Penny and just pokes her like that.
Yes, B.
You seem like you know a lot of things, right?
Sure, I'd like to think so, yes.
He turns around and points at the book and says, I don't know what this is, and people keep telling me this is important. Can you teach me about this?
About what class is that for?
He just opens it up, like on the floor and is like hunched over it and just starts pointing at the words. She's like, this. I don't get this. What is this?
Penny looks at Yumi.
You gotta explain it to her.
She can't read. Well, yeah, it's not the time to do this, but I understand the problem, and sure, I can help you figure out your books, if you'd like. Yeah.
B just nods and just walks away, like leaves the book there completely open, like right in front of Penny, and then just goes to get some.
Yumi's gonna tap Penny on the shoulder. You have your hands full with that little shithead.
I'm holding
Literal
I'm holding
shithead.
I'm
She
holding
still
a
has
snapping
not
dick
bathed.
plant. It's like I'll pick up the book.
I imagine like at least a third of it had like ripped from her dragging it by the front cover because she has no concept of like even how it works.
It's all good. Yeah, so I'll pick up the book and look at Yumi and I'm like, I suppose so. Everyone has their uses, I guess. We saw it in the Corridors of Remembrance. I can't say she's not helpful, so getting her smarter is definitely more helpful than keeping her dumb. So
Yeah.
if we're gonna learn how to
Also,
read,
I'm sorry about class. I really didn't mean to take you out with one hit. I know we wanted to show off. I didn't mean to show off
honey.
that much.
shoot to kill because I will. Don't worry.
That's what I thought. Okay.
Don't worry. It
Didn't
didn't hurt
want
like
you to think I was coming at you crossed in any type of way, or I would have
Oh.
used fire.
I mean, twice is the spell is a good spell. You went first, and hey, didn't hurt as bad the first time as the first time, and if I had have made it through it, which I almost did, I had 17 hit points. It's like I almost would have lived. I would have destroyed you. So it's best that I didn't have to sick my bugs on you because that would have been pretty. They probably
Fair
still have
enough.
shit on them, so it's best that I not ruin your hair. So
Exactly.
but next time, it may not be so easy. So we shall see. So keep it up. By all means, keep it up. You have more to learn, so we'll be working. But good job.
Thanks.
Snap, 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 snap.
And then I'm gonna pop into Penny's head and be like, I have to tell you something later. I saw something in the hallways.
I heard about something happening in the Corridors of Remembrance. 3 students running around. I don't know. It's weird. He's running from Fatale.
Oh, same.
Oh. Well, I guess we were
Well,
going
they
to
weren't
be
really
sitting-
running. They were
Well,
kind of.
Let's sit at a table. Let's sit at. different tables? Let's keep our thing up.
Yeah,
Different tables. Let's sit at different tables.
There's
and then
also
we'll keep
tables
talking.
up in the library and in Gibbles.
Well, we'll just split up because we're gonna talk in our heads
Gotcha.
anyway. So
And sit at the school tables.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I'll go find Clea Nile because I want to talk to her about this plant as well.
Yeah,
So I'll do
she's
double
there.
duty. They'll be like, but yeah. So I head to Clea Nile with my dick eating plant.
Okay.
But do you want to talk about? Do you want to talk about that now, or do you want to talk about it later?
We can do it later.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll go sit down at with Clea Nile,
Mm-hmm.
and I'll walk up and I'll set the plant on the table. Clea, do I have a surprise for you?
That's beautiful.
Guess what? Oh, thank you. You made the plant, I know, but still thank you. Guess what this plant eats?
Other plants?
No. It has a similar diet to yourself.
It also eats flesh?
Very particular parts of flesh, so you don't even have to worry about sharing too much.
Wow. I mean, there's not any flesh I wouldn't eat.
I think this thing feels the same way. Is that right? And I look at the plant. I'm like, would you eat any kind of flesh?
She's weird.
You eat dicks. She can't hear me say that. I say
Oh.
the plant.
Oh, okay, said but okay.
We just looked at each other.
You eat dick.
You eat
Is
dicks.
plant just silence? Is plant just like you look at something and it's kind of like
Oh,
like-
for me, Penny's like, Penny has these things on her hair, the yellow pieces that kind of like will shift and change to match the plant that she's talking to, and it will kind of just like they kind of like just like ruffle and shift, but it's kind of like telepathy, but it's like through like weird like things.
Vibrations.
Yeah,
like
It's
a plant? Like,
it kind of looks like Avatar. It's like, ooh. But yeah, so she's like, if we were to find, and it likes to eat things, so if we were to go look for you something to eat, something fresh, as I mentioned before, this thing could also partake in it and help with the disposal of, the remains.
Well, if you don't have anything, they haven't brought dinner yet, and theirs does have a taste of artificialness. You just can't get right until you're digging into someone's thigh.
I agree, but I don't want to make it too senseless. So I think we maybe should do it a little later, and I think we should maybe pick a person. This person, Tully here, the plant, doesn't really care what it eats, and it doesn't really seem to matter. But I would like to, if you don't care either, I would like to suggest a person, perhaps, if someone who doesn't suit the needs of myself, and it can be used as a meal or two.
Oh, Penny, you are bad. Already you want to kill?
Well, I've seen how people talk to my friend Bognak, and I'd rather them not speak to any of my friends that way. So if they happen to vanish or become someone's lunch, that's just not my problem.
Yes, you were very peculiar when you thought I was the one that yelled bad things about Bognak, but it wasn't.
Sorry, sometimes I hear voices in my head. It's not a big deal. Shut
I'm
up,
with
Queenie.
you.
Right now.
I'm in.
Or you, Tully. Okay, great. Well,
Now I have two friends.
oh yes, I think Tully would be great, and I don't know if Tully. Is Tully
You
still
just
gonna
hear Tully saying, "Man, I'll eat the crotch off that girl."
I think Tully likes you as well.
in any other podcast canceled. But
But
I think the goal is for us to get canceled.
so I don't know. I'm looking around, and so we'll see the people who don't help us out the most, and we'll make sure they're at the top of our list of your meals. So I'll let you know when I find someone for you, a suitable dinner date, let's say.
Her
We'll invite
stomach
him over.
just starts to rumble, and she says,
Well, I hope it's soon, but I'll go in my room for now. I'll wait for your signal.
All right.
oh,
And then I kind of will sit down and wait for the food. I guess wait for the food that's gonna arrive because she just left. And I don't know. That's all I do.
"Yeah, okay." Anybody else?
Just waiting for Din Din.
Yep, your dinner appears before you as all the demons come in and drop it from their makings.
Raymond.
I'm just gonna like shovel as much in my mouth because like I can still taste like the lung on my tongue. I'm just like shoveling in my mouth trying to like cover that. Like I'm gonna eat so fast it's gonna be Joey Chestnut style.
Okay.
It's like,
You hear some mumblings about you, and as you look up with your mouth full, a couple people are looking at you. They all look away.
Oh, this is different.
Can we hear what they're saying?
You can't, but he can roll a perception check at his own table because it's not like they're not yelling at or saying really loud.
Sometimes they just be like, Bognaks, I don't know.
that's a dirty 9. Like go with a dirty 9.
You can hear is one of them say, "You'll never be able to convince me of that."
he's still like, and this is something he kind of looks down at his hands at this point and realizes he's still got like the blood on them. Like he's like been shoving the cake. He probably didn't even notice because he had the other taste like in his mouth already. He's like, and I think he's gonna make a run for, if he's got time before his job, make a run for the bathroom, like his dorm's bathroom.
Okay, yeah, run down into the dorm, into the bathroom. On the floor, trying to do push-ups is Will, but his arms are just going through the floor. Oh.
I don't even have time to pity encourage him like I normally do. I think I like hop over him and just like start throwing up in the toilet. Just like vomit.
It's you just feel a pat on your back. Oh, there I go.
I think feeling the ethereal hand like almost go through me.
And he was just practicing with the floor and he couldn't do it, but he got it right with your back. Maybe he has a realization, I have to care.
Will is my favorite NPC. I'm gonna max out this relationship. I don't care. So I care. I care about you too. I lost a good friend today. Well, and you know, it's not been easy, but I know I've got friends like you here, and gonna make the time here worth it. And I'm not gonna leave anybody else to die. This soul reaper, this silver, the Sullen Slitter, the hash slinging, whatever his name is.
Mash ringing.
Oh, Sullen Slitter. Yeah,
there it is.
Yeah. I'm gonna protect you from it, whatever it is, and these ghosts. Ugh. Where'd you see the ghost? Was it in this one? And Bognak's gonna start looking around at the rocks and feel at the rocks.
Roll an investigation check on the rocks.
Stone cunning. Oh, no, that's only for history, unfortunately. Unless you want to be kind twice. Please, sir.
Nah, investigation. Tell me the history of this toilet wall.
4.
Rock. Rock.
Rock. I do think, like, I do think Bognak is a little like he thinks if it had been another ghost, Will might have been able to attune to that. So Bognak thinks something deeper is going on, but he's probably just not smart enough to figure it out. So thank God he has B around in the dorm to help him figure out this issue.
Don't punch the
You're
wall.
welcome.
The only other person he knows much smarter than him. So, but he's just gonna go. He's like, I can't find it right now, bud, but I'm gonna protect you from it, whatever it is. And he's just gonna keep scrubbing his hands and like the chainmail and try and make sure no blood is left, and look at the scar on his chest. So that's how Bognak spends his break before his night job.
Cool.
Yep. Can me and Yumi have exchanged that information via telepathy before we know? Because I got questions now. Can I ask a question? Just we catch up. So who is the third person? There's a dark skinned human's the one missing, right? The unknown one. Because you saw the lizard and the human girl.
Yeah.
There's a dark skinned human who's missing. And then you saw Fatal with the neck thing. That's it.
Yeah.
Do you think she killed her? Who is that girl?
someone got a hit in on her either way. I mean, how did they manage that one?
Well, at least then we know you can do it. But
True.
people can. Someone has to be tracking. You should know someone. Maybe someone in the bleed is tracking deaths of students. So perhaps you can figure out who's, gone missing or who's died recently or not shown up to class. I guess if that's how they track deaths. So whatever it is, I'm very interested to know where they've gone. Also,
I'll talk to Helen about it.
oh, she's very nice. No, I haven't met Helen. I know Elena. Just kidding. I don't know her. Also, I saw a cabinet full of magical items. They have a cabinet full of magical items here that's made of wood that I can talk to.
Oh, you can talk to the cabinet?
Well, I can vibe with the cabinet, but I'd had to persuade it to give me a thing, so I had to,
What kind of
So,
magical items?
I don't know. You just kind of ask if the thing's in a hazard, I suppose. It's I don't know. But I plan to find out. Very interesting, for sure. And while she's having this talk, Scott, she wants to kind of, get up and walk around. She wants to look for, the vines of Viney to see if she can, because she mentioned she was going to, adjust them, and she knows she has botany, or she's going back to the pot house next. So she's like, could she see any, spots where she's like, oh, there's the vine. And, or
Where
vine,
is
and
this
she's
meeting?
Well, we're currently in the calf, and I want to leave
In the furnace?
and I want to leave the furnace, heading towards the plant place, heading towards the hothouse to see if I can where I think there would be some.
Roll a
if I have time to go.
perception check as you
I
examine
will.
the room. Actually,
Then-
hold it, don't say it yet. Is it better for investigation for you? Whichever is better, perception or investigation.
I think they're both trash.
Okay.
I think it's a 0 or a 1. Yeah, so it's a 19 though. So.
You see, every place is really well taken care of, and cracks are filled in everywhere you look here.
They look like they're recently filled in.
No.
I don't like that. Interesting. Okay. Well then, cool. And then I would start heading to the hothouse early.
All right, cool.
That's
Humwalda
where I work
is there, and she just talks about, generally taking care of, the class didn't put some of their stuff away. There's, some plants that need to be trimmed. And, yeah, she's just going to be there with you, showing you little jobs as she does some other stuff for a while.
So I need to get a relationship. I'm gonna talk to her. I'm gonna try to build up a relationship point and talk to this girl 3 times. So I'm trying to sweet talk her into a relationship point. Also, there's not Rooter here. That girl was smoking Rooter. Damn. Okay, well she wants to.
That side of the room, that long part of the room at the end where they were, that's where they grow the Rooter.
Oh, she wants to ask her about this Rooter thing. She's gonna mention it again. She's like, so I know you said it smells so sweet. What is this this thing that gave the Finnegan? It seemed like
She's going to tell you Rooter is a very potent plant that you can smoke that makes you feel really good and gives you resistance to bludgeoning damage, and that it's a huge trade in Silvernell, and that Isalela Thelman, a third-year student, just takes care of it and runs the club, and is actually grew all of that. So it's kind of like a thing she started because her family's big in the drug trade. And that the rumor is, back in Silvernell before she got here, there were talks of making it all illegal, because it was legal before, but they're talking of making it illegal, and the all-out war that could ensue from that. So she's here to become a villain and run the trade when she gets out of here.
Interesting. Well, it seems like a pretty cool experience. I mean, you seem against it. I would perfectly like it. I've never done it, and I think I would like to try it.
No, she'll clarify she's not against it.
Oh, well,
She just thinks that, Isalela is lazy.
Oh, well, would you like to partake in some with me then?
She tells you yes.
Oh, great. And then she would start to do that.
Cool. You guys smoke. What are you going to tell her? Something to be personal, because she's a personal type.
Yeah, I guess I will kind of get her high and kind of like show off the fact that I can talk to all the plants and like I'll like tell them. She's like, "What is this one saying?" I'm like, "Oh, well, this one said that. It says this." She's like, "Oh, what is this one saying?"
Okay,
"Oh, well, this
actually,
said
that makes you very vital to her. +1 positive relationship point with Humwolda Troll Fury. But she's going to utilize that from now on. If there's things, she's going to go to you and be like, how's this plant feeling? Because she only speaks with them on like a taking care of them level, like sees what they do. So
I tell Humwolda that I have a deep personal connection to plants and making sure that every single one of them is taken care of absolutely well, and you don't have to worry that I care about these plants way more than I care about literally anyone else here. So I'll make sure they're taken very well care of, and you know exactly what they need. And when you're gone, I'll be here to take care of them. So there's no worries. And also, I got Snapping Dick with me too.
you have Telunkin with you? Cool.
Yeah, it's gonna get scared around. Will it eat the dicks that are in the like? There's like a box of dicks, right? Or like
Yeah.
the genitals that are like here. Will it eat those? Does it not want the? It's like dick snacks.
As you take him close, he eats them. He like
Okay,
digs
great.
down, like almost drop it as he
Just
digs
like-
down and eats them. But and the more you spend with Isolela, you're gonna see he's gonna kind of wilt a little bit. And be like, oh, feels so good. Oh, them genitals were rotten.
Oh my god.
Oh no! Yes, that was a spotted dick.
Hi,
You can't-
Erica's
you-
parents.
you can't have that one. Well, we'll make sure we get some fresh ones for you. Oh, you don't like? I ran into that Jessamine, Tennelly bitch. Is that her name? Is that her last name?
Yeah.
She's the one who told me she hated her. I ran into her in the hallway, and she had the audacity to bump into me. And you know what I did? I completely ignored her.
You kind of have to. She like demands everything. What a bitch.
Do you think? What do you know anything about her? Is she a magic user of sorts? I kind of want to let's how you say kill her, to put it nicely.
Well, I know that freaking Artheon's got her up as freaking butt. They're
Whoa.
dating, you know.
Right, I heard that, and you know maybe it's time. Let's say the plants rise up, and if Jessamine Tully steps out of the way, and you know Artheon needs a new girl, then there's me. But then what happens if Artheon falls and his girl has to step up and take his place? Oh no! And then there's me again.
Well,
How do you feel about getting rid of Jessamine Tunnelly officially?
just between you and me, I don't want to cross Artheon, not because I like him, because he's freaking gross. But after being here for a year, I just feel like he's untouchable. Like, you can't touch him.
Oh well, I can confirm that is true, but I don't think Artheon will be
Wait a minute.
going against.
What do you mean you can confirm?
Well, you know I can talk to Plants Girl, so I know all these juicy details from years beyond my knowledge. So I'm in the know.
You guys been holding back on me?
But what if I could get Artheon to not turn on us, but just get Jessamine out of the picture?
You mean frame somebody else?
Well, why frame anybody if she just goes missing and no one misses her because everyone's too busy worrying about other things or looking at something prettier than Jessamine Tunnelly, the black cat.
Okay, how about we meet at Gibbles later and have a drink, and we can talk about how we're gonna blow this bitch out of here.
Oh, I've got some ideas. I just need, I just need you to be in with the plan, and then I can let you know what's going on. I've been doing a little dilly-dallying, and I made a few connections, and I think if I just know the right people who can give me the right things, I can make people go dark places.
Yeah, she's in. She's in.
Well, this is gonna be great. And then she's like, here you go. And she's like,
Next job.
what's up next? I'm plotting murder over here. She shouldn't have bumped me in the hallway, bitch.
All
I don't
right.
have a job. So
No job.
I
You
guess
and B
I'm
have off,
just
I think.
going to meeting Helen.
Oh yeah, Helen Shields. Yeah, she's
Yeah.
desperate to know. She's in the library. She's got the other 2 stories written up. She's ready for that one. What's the story
Yeah, so-
of Bognak?
I just go up to Helen and I'm like, Helen, you'll never believe what I witnessed today. It was just, I've never seen, not that I've known him for a long time, but with, what everybody was saying about Bognak. I didn't see this coming out of him.
What?
And then, yeah. So I'm standing there in the hallway, just doing a little peep and Tom on the thing, not even like really getting in it like I should have. And the principal comes flying through the hallway and just bursts open the door dramatically. And is like, Bognak, I don't want you here. I'm going to end up making you do some crazy fuck shit. And we're going to test you and see if you die or not to see if you're going to continue being here at school. Because I don't think you're a villain. I don't think you'll kill anybody. And so there's this hooded person with the principal, takes the hood off. Bognak's best friend. He has to kill his best friend in order to stay in school.
Where did Landria get his best friend?
Beyond me at this point. That's when my jaw hit the floor and I was like, I have no concept of what is happening here anymore.
Okay, this is good. So, did he fight him?
Oh yeah, they fought. It was kind of sad to watch because Bognak's like, meh, you're my friend. And then, that's not becoming, but we let it slide because he ended up, just killing the fuck out of him.
Strong, but still vulnerable to family.
It's odd for a villain. Is it a new type of villain we're about to see emerge in this school after Bognak's done with it?
We've seen it all, my love. We've seen it all. Perfect.
You have seen quite a bit here, haven't you?
So what was the reaction of Vital?
She just allowed it to be. Stoneface walks out.
Wow. This is going to be...
It makes you wonder, are there going to be more tests to come for Bognak?
Well, what's peculiar is between you and me, I've never heard of Landria Vital showing up this early in the year. She usually waits until the first trimester is over.
Really?
It's surprising to me that she would show up. She must know something about Bognak. Bognak must have a secret. You know what?
I wonder what it could be.
I need you to continue to report on Bognak. We will run a story in the morning. Terrifying menace at Dragontooth. Still soft by the love of his family, but holds a dark secret. Somehow in cahoots with Headmaster Vital. If only I could get an interview. People are going to go wild. Some people might try to kill him.
I could get
Some people
you an
might
interview.
love him. Gain 1 positive experience point with Helen Shields. Do you already have one?
Yeah.
You're at 2.
Yes.
So long. And I'm a Padawan. I didn't get an experience point. This is
Oh, no, you do. You get an experience point with Inger. I thought I gave it to you. That makes sense.
yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah, that's the story she's going to run. Perfect. And she's going to ask you, see what happens tomorrow, and I need you to keep reporting on it because this could get good. You're going to be the Bleed's eyes and ears. But whatever you do, you cannot let Bognak know. He will try to influence the story.
Exactly. He'll never know. You have nothing to worry about. And I wink at her. And I'm like, before you go, can I ask you just something general about the school?
Yeah?
How often do you see dead people in the hallways?
It's a lot towards the beginning of the year.
Okay,
but,
so it's normal.
Yeah.
Okay. Just wrapping my head around this new thing that I'm getting used to.
Yes, just don't make yourself one of the bodies or,
Yeah, that's what I kind of figured. Have you ever partook and gotten rid of anybody before?
A report for another day. Thank you, Yumi.
Oh.
Over at the assistant to the RA, we're going to see Bognak approach Yuck Urso. And she's just going to tell you, just stay in the lobby here, and that when just keep an eye on who goes in and out, and just keep this space tidy, because it's where most of people from other dorms come to hang out at the house, because they don't go to the dorms, they stay here in the lobby. So just chill here, and if anybody has anything, you answer their questions or whatever.
Yeah. Sounds good. Thanks, Yuck. Is there like a pamphlet I hand out, or is there like
No.
like in a hotel where like they have like the wall of like coupon like little pamphlet things?
You're the guy in the bathroom.
I keep that stocked. Okay. Yeah, cool. And I think he's just he's gonna start working on he's got an idea to like build this shed for the other guy, but he's only got 1 block of wood and he hasn't had time to order more yet.
Mm-hmm.
So he's just going to start working on like basically like a little shutter mechanism. He's going to work on like a little door and like shutter mechanism for basically a frame, an existing bed frame. So that's kind of what his plan is, to deal with this other obnoxious roommate he has. Once again, he's like, I've got a ghost that screams all night. I have a man who wants to murder me in my sleep. And I have B, who's very pleasant but smells very unpleasant. So I just have
Pleasant.
I'm acting through pleasant. I mean, like, yeah, you bit somebody. Yeah, like it went, and he's also just had a roller coaster every day, right? He went from he went from like, I'm gonna have a spar with my friend, to like, I'm murdering my best friend. So he's not in a great headspace. He's just like working on this thing, just kind of keeping an eye on the door, just like.
All right, let me let you know what happens from here. It is the end of the day. You all have your time. We're going to now skip forward a week till the weekend. You've had your classes all week. Everyone go ahead who has a job, add 7 gold to your inventory. I will give each of you 1 moment to tell me something you wanted to have done during that week, or something to try to do during that week. Yeah.
I'm gonna in recruitment / training efforts, I'm taking the gang back to the corridors of remembrance. And this time I'm gonna have them sneak in to this time, instead of us fighting the guy, I'm gonna have us sneak in and talk to him like we're gonna be his apprentices, so we can get more information about the creature and like help him fight it this time, so that way we can learn about it fighting the creature.
Oh, you want to do the course, and so you get to watch everybody else do it. You've had your turn to do it, but like everybody.
But she wants to like, but she wants to like go in. If there's anything she missed or feels like she missed, she wants to go in and like talk to that guy, the guy who like is the thing the guy we killed.
Like
just,
during
make sure
somebody else's thing.
No, she was like wants to go back in because she knows she just needs like the people and the memory and all that stuff. So she wants to take the group of us.
When there's not class, it's locked for freshmen.
No, that's fucking rude.
Yeah, I see what you're saying now.
Fine, then I can't do that. Never mind.
Okay. Anybody else want to do something during that week?
Yeah. I want to, just by general nature of things, like once I get my pay, I want to talk to Breezer about picking up some more materials, and I want to try and start establishing a relationship with him, because that's something I've lacked so far.
Okay. Yeah, he sells things to you pretty expensive, right? And I don't think you get the point with him.
I didn't get a point with him, but he sold to me at normal. He sold to me at cost, right? I didn't pay all those. Yeah.
All right. What are you buying from Breezer?
Enough wood to really get like to finish up the rest of this set, and that's something we didn't talk about. But it's like I basically took the spare bed from our room, put it on top there, was using the mattress as like a sound dampener. So I want to buy like a couple of more like just pillows, I guess, like some sound dampening things, and some more planks.
So are you building a room around his bed?
Not a room around his bed. I'm building like basically imagine a closed off bunk bed around him.
Oh,
so like,
are you going to put your bed on top of his?
Yeah, I take the other because we have 3 people in our freshman dorm and 4 beds. So I'll take the 4th bed that nobody's using, put it on top of his to like have the frame there already. Mm-hmm. Maybe like cut off the headboard so I already have like
the
one side covered. Yeah, have for now have the mattress covering like the long side of it.
You would need 4 pieces of wood, 3 to go along the long side if it's sideways against the wall. And then you can take 1 and cut it in half for the bottom. So
Yeah, that's
3 long and then 1 broken in half here. So you'll need to buy 4. He sells them to you 4 gold each, so it would be 16 gold.
I know.
I believe
I
was
can
the
only
cost.
afford 3 right now, so maybe I can try and be like, look, well, we'll save that conversation for another day. I can only buy 3 right now, and I'll tell the other guy like I'll fetch it later. So
Okay, cool. He's gonna order them for you.
cool. So
Then
You'll get them by the end of the week. So add 3 wood to your.
4 and put the other one on layaway.
Well, first of all, can you afford this before you get your 7 gold from the job?
I get 12 gold because I have 2 jobs.
12 gold. Can you get this before the 12 gold?
No.
Okay, then
So
it
this
will
would
be
be
put on layaway on the weekend then. All right, it would
Yeah.
be put on order on the weekend, so you won't have them yet.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't think I would have them yet, but it's like I need to get working on that for like the room situation. Yeah. Oh, also, and I didn't say this before. This is something I wanted to do. I was thinking about it in the moment, but I got so worked up. The skull necklace of the damned.
Mm-hmm.
If I kill somebody, I can absorb their soul.
Yes, you are attuned to it, right? You've got it on you?
Do it the first night.
Yeah, so you're wearing it. Cool. Yeah. If you kill them, you can take their soul. Is that what you want to do to Orteo?
Yeah, that's what I wanted to do. Yeah.
Yeah, Orteo's soul is in there. You actually
Okay.
don't even get to choose. They just go in there until it's full, and then you can choose to change one out.
Wow. So yeah, like maybe I didn't even realize that at the moment, but then like, and we'll talk about this more as a homebrew item for anybody watching at home. But yeah, they're trapped in the soul's trapped in there until I can answer one question.
I forgot about that. Yeah.
You and I are gonna have a lot of fun this week talking about what that looks like.
Hell yeah, you can ask Orteo a question, and then release
Yeah.
the soul.
Yep. So that's I just wanted to specify that. But yeah, so I just wanted to talk to Breezer, start working on a relationship with him, and buy that.
So
wood.
the way the layaway works with Breezer is that if you order something, and he'll just bring it and sell it to you. But if he has it to give it to you and you can't afford it yet, you can do it, but it'll cost more. Like you set a date and it'll cost more. So if it's 4 gold, he'll give you a piece of wood if you can't afford it, but it'll be 5 instead of 4.
Since he doesn't have the wood yet.
Yeah, he'll just order it for you.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. And I'll just let him know. I was like, hey man, I'm gonna be ordering a lot of this stuff. So like, just for now, this is what I can afford. But like,
Are you giving them the 4 gold for that one already?
I'm buying 3 planes. So I'm giving them all my gold for that week.
Okay, cool. So you're just asked for the. Okay, I think if you are going to order it, you've got to pay something.
I'll give him half. I'll give him 6 gold to
Cool.
for it until.
All right, you've got 3 wood eventually in this week and one coming. All right, everybody else good? What about B?
Okay.
Oh,
So
Penny.
I want to.
Like
Sorry.
Sorry, I just wanted to backtrack real quick. I also want to do a quick sell. I want to buy the vials from Brewer. Wow. And also Bruiser. Sorry, Bruiser, and also try to smooze him. Sorry, I was like, oh, also try to smooze him, and then also I want to throw. Penny mentioned starting recruiting some of these guys for training, but she'll like grab them and start doing some stuff with that, and just like getting them into
Which guys?
She was like. I'm pointing at my screen like you can see that. LOS. That would be. I guess it's the party. It's she's training Bognak and Yumi in
B.
Venomrun,
One
and
letter.
then B is learning, but B will also be doing Venomrun training while also learning because
Cool.
stuff. So she'll do some that kind of stuff.
I feel like most of or not most of B's week, but like there were several times where B and Penny met up and B got some rudimentary reading lessons, and B and you can just, if this isn't cool with you, Scott, chime in. But I feel like B can now read words up to 3 letters.
That's her name.
Right, just her name. She practiced with writing her name.
I'll do it.
and learning how
I'll
to read
do
her
you
name.
one better. You can read all words that are 3 letters, and you can read 1 4-letter word, but you take a point of exhaustion if you do.
Shit, it's shit. Penny had to teach me shit.
I like shit.
That was so quick. Just like shit.
Okay,
My bugs.
when we come back for the next episode, I want everybody who's on Venomrun to know your Venomrun team name. I'll let you decide it. Probably tell me before because we're going to announce it at the beginning of the stream because we're going to the weekend, which are the first 2 games of Venomrun, and I believe it's Yumi versus B, game 1. I think your teams are
Oh.
Bognak versus Kincaid, I think, right?
Oh, is
Or
that
no?
what it is?
I think it's Bognak versus Kincaid opening weekend.
Let's see.
Oh, that's that picture I didn't understand.
Pins. It will be Venomrun Team 1 versus Venomrun Team, or Valorgram Team 1 versus Valorgram 2. Neither one of you are on Valorgram. Then it's Chronosteer 1 versus Barrelhorn 1. Yeah, so Kincaid versus Bognak.
Frank, you better show up.
So
yeah, I guess.
and Frank will be here.
Then
Frank, I'm gonna steal your bird.
Then that's what I'm doing. I'll be coaching those players who are in those games to do that, which would be, I guess, still most of them. But whoever's playing, I will be coaching them because fuck Kincaid, definitely I want him to lose. And whoever. Oh, then one's Valorgrim. Oh, and then also fuck Artheon because Artheon's on the other team, and my roommate's on the other, and my roommate. I want to recruit my roommate to. Fuck. I want to recruit my roommate is what I wanted to do because I need to train him for.
Morton's
I'll
out.
do it later. Yeah. Oh, fire boy. Oh, spicy ice.
How are you gonna recruit him? I'll let you get a roll.
Yeah. I'll go with the persuasion. I'll convince him that I can get him to be top dog and knock out Artheon for big spender. Also, that I know some shit that's going down and I want the strongest people around me. I saw him fighting and I think that
So
he's got
either
stuff.
roll or wait before you do it. Either roll a persuasion check or tell him right now the shit.
Oh,
Tell him your plant won't eat his genitals.
I
You've
get
got persuasion.
yeah. Yeah, I'll give it to him. Yeah. Well, if you really want to know what's going on, for my entrance exam with my friends, my group of Bognak, we had to slaughter the senior class that was graduating, and so we're currently under the impression that we will not be graduating, and so we are planning to escape this place and/or destroy it before we leave. And basically, either we would like you with us, or we will be leaving you here to die. So this is just step 1 of getting that power. It's giving you influence, and I would like to use you as a figurehead to be our jock.
Okay.
So if you would like to be top
Plus
dog.
1 relationship point with Mortonzal. He'll go to your training sessions for this, but he's also got to go to his team training for Valorgrim as well. When we come back for episode 6, we will be going to a game of Valorgrim. Those who are not Valorgrim, of Venomrun. For those that are not playing Venomrun, think of what you might want to do, and I'm gonna plan some stuff as well. All right.
Also,
Thank you, everybody on Twitch, on YouTube, on Facebook for watching us. We hope you had a good time. We will see you next time for episode 6. See you later.
Bye.